How to install older versions of Armory3D game engine on your PC. Yes, I know you may be wondering, why would anyone wish to install an older version of Armory3D while these new ones are there? Well, there are several factors that may lead to one game developer reverting to older versions of Armory3D game engine, such as maybe its hardware compatibility issues, project dependency on older versions of Armory3D, the need for an older version of Blender, etc. etc. I personally faced an issue with the current version of Armory3D whilst trying to run a game project using Chrome. As I am recording now, the current version of Armory3D I tried to install was 24.02. I am using Linux Ubuntu 22.04 LTS, which is also the current LTS version of this operating system as of this recording. I correctly installed Armory3D add-on into Blender 3.6 LTS. A problem arose when I tried to run my game and an error occurred which stated that version glibc/2.36 not found, required by Armory SDK 2402 /arms SDK /Chrome. Such an annoying error. The reason behind my problem is because there is a glibc library conflict. In Linux operating systems, glibc is a library that contains essential functions for the kernel. I currently have 2.35 version installed, whilst Chrome requires 2.36. I will say this bug annoyed me immensely, and the only safer solution for me was to install an older version of Armory3D SDK, which contains a Chrome version that is compatible with my glibc 2.35. As I did my research, I noticed this bug started with the Armory3D version 23.12, in other words, the 2023 version of December. So for my project to continue, I am forced to install Armory3D version 23.11. I would like to say to beginners of Armory3D that reverting to older versions of Armory3D game engine is very normal. It all comes to looking for the game engine features that work best for your game. So here we go. How do we install an older version of Armory3D on our PC? One of the problems that is often encountered when downloading Armory3D directly from GitHub is the problem of empty folders. This usually occurs when the Armory3D version you require is at least 4 months old, such that it no longer appears on itch.io platform, where we oftenly download the game engine by navigating from its official website. Older versions of Armory3D are found on GitHub via the link www.github.com/armory3d/armsSDK/tags. If you try and download the older version of Armory you require from this link, you will find out that the zip file is way smaller in memory than it usually should be. Imagine a full game engine having a memory of less than 20 kilobytes. Totally unacceptable. This is because only folders were downloaded and they are mostly empty. If you try and integrate them with Blender, the downloaded add-on will refuse since the folders are empty. So, I now present before you the proper way of downloading older versions of Armory3D SDK. This solution was quite helpful to me when I wanted to revert back to an older version of Armory3D, as I stated earlier. We must first download the Git library. So, depending on your operating system, find out how you can download and install Git. From my own Linux Ubuntu environment, I had to place the command sudo apt-get install git from my terminal, confirm with my password, and the magic happened. Git was installed. When Git is now installed, I went on to enter a clone command as follows: git clone --depth1 --branch 23.11 --recursive https://github.com/armory3d/armsSDK.git. Please do replace the 23.11 with the version of your choice which you want to download. For me, as I said earlier, I wanted the 23.11, short for the 2023 November version, which has a glibc 2.35 support. The --depth1 will limit the download to a version you require. Omitting it will result in Git downloading the entire version history of Armory3D, and we don't want to do that. The --recursive tells Git to download all the required submodules of the specified Armory3D version you may require. This command is going to clone and download the Armory3D version that you require into a specific ARMS SDK folder. Make sure you do not allow this cloning connection to be interrupted, as you will have to delete the folder created by the command and re-enter the git clone command again. It may be frustrating when you have limited data connection, so ensure you run the command when the network connectivity is stable to avoid unnecessary frustrations. Depending on your network connection speed, the git clone command will take around 15 minutes to complete. Then you can integrate the downloaded Armory3D SDK version with the correct corresponding Blender LTS version. Remember, each version of Armory3D has a corresponding Blender LTS version it works with. So at times it is of necessity to also revert back to the old Blender LTS version for the sake of compatibility with the downloaded Armory3D SDK. I hope this solution worked for you. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe if you are new, like and share my videos. Thank you very much.